A fucked up situation that I ended up turning around and realizing how fucked up it was. One of the first deals I had got talked to about out in Atlanta with my prior management before these two. They had dressed me as this person that I just knew I wasn't. And it was almost like I had a battle between getting what I want, but to the price of giving somebody else what they want, or staying true to myself and just keep going and just take this L for what it is. I ended up just taking off all the clothes, the earrings, the weave they had put in my hair, and I just went in there as me. And though he didn't accept it, it gave me the motivation to know I was strong enough to do it with just me, myself, and staying content with myself and loving myself. And it brought me really far. It attracted the right people into my life. Brandy Moore, Buddha Bless, the best management out here, period. And then we created a Lauren label. I already had a Lauren going, but now we started our own label where we're all partnered, and it's just everything's taken off how I wanted it to, how I imagined it. So Lauren is it's a statement. It stands for a whole lot of revenue now, and my whole plan for my whole life was I knew I was gonna make music and get rich off that though. But when I started researching and reading into books and finding out that it was more than that, and that you had to learn how to be a leader, because once you get a certain role in life, people are watching you and you really got no choice. You know what I'm saying? You got people that believe in you and you don't want to lead them down the wrong path. So when I created Alone, it was a new way of looking at the industry, a new way of looking at money. Because a lot of times when you think about Black excellence, when it comes to rich though, you think about the negative side. A lot of people say we're careless with money, and I want to give it a new look, a new classy look. Just I want to make it look as new to the people as possible. So I really branded it for people like me that feel like they're different, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? We're different within ourselves, but we're ourselves at the end of the day, and that's how we make the world important. Is that we all different, and we all got a different purpose. Lifeline, the EP, to me, it's an experience that I feel like the world needs to have. And I was always taught as a kid, be a student first. And it's kind of people getting an insight of my life from a student's perspective. Meeting all these great leaders around me, motivational people, and just taking what I learned from them and living life with it. And I want Lifeline to not only motivate people, but inspire them to be their best selves. And I know that a favorite on there would be Butterfly, Kim K, of course, Paramount, that's actually the hottest single out right now for those who didn't know. And I say Tattoo. They're all songs, they're all statements with stories behind them that I know that anybody who come from a similar struggle as me, which I'm pretty sure we all got the same, struggle comes with everything. So I feel like Lifeline's just gonna take you on a trip. In creating the EP, one of the hardest things for me to talk about was practically every song, I feel like you always gotta bring realness in every story that you tell, make sure it's completely authentic. And when I tell these stories, sometimes I get stuck in this place where it's am I telling too much? Am I telling too less? Am I being too basic with it and just feeding off the little stuff I know everybody can relate to, or should I get deeper? So I always face those type of issues with every song. Cause I have a story, I got many stories, and they're all really deep. So sometimes I don't know if I expressed it enough or overexpressed it. I say a particular song though that really was hard for me to like let out was Butterfly, cause when I think about like country music, I know they're also, it's kind of like another way of rap, like it's a story. So when I got to tell the storyline, and I kind of made it about my family and everything that was going on, and like how it may have felt to them to release me into the world and become this person that evolved into this butterfly, you know, that was just cocooned up, introverted, didn't know how to really talk to people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that song kind of changed me and my family's life, because when they heard it, I feel like they got a side of me that I couldn't express by just talking to them.